Hello and welcome to the Bespoke unit. In this video we're going to be doing a review of the Davidoff Churchill.
Hello and welcome to Bespoke unit. My name's CP.
I'm Paul Anthony.
And I'm Klaas Kelner.
And in this video, Klaas is going to give us the rundown on the classic Davidoff Churchill. Take it away.
Well, we've been smoking this cigar for a bit now.
Yeah, we're almost now. We've smoked several of these, so there's well, and you probably smoked more than several, so you probably have a pretty good understanding of what we're dealing with.
And if you want to watch us actually smoke them, there's an interview with Klaas that you can see in the description below.
We're smoking the Robusto format of the Davidoff Winston Churchill original line, and this is a blend that is comprised out of seven different types of tobacco. The Winston Churchill line was made to reflect the many different versatile personalities of Winston Churchill himself. So you got.
Thank you very much.
Oh.
We all know to hand our fans to shop.
Fans make me dance.
Please give a dance. You are in Dominican Republic. You know,
little bachata, a little hip hop,
little merengue, salsa. No, but we have here a cigar that is comprised out of 7 different types of tobacco. You got cigars like the Commander. You have cigars like the Aristocrat. Each one of these cigars are named after different facets of the man himself, Winston Churchill. And with that in mind, we decided to make a cigar with 4 different countries. Starting with the wrapper, we started with an Habano type wrapper grown in Ecuador. So sometimes we joke that we brought the cloudy skies of England, right, and over to Ecuador, where we grow wrapper under a lot of clouds, and so that the clouds kind of filter out the sun and create nice thin little wrappers. Not little, but thin, delicate wrappers. And we have different elements here, for example, like the two Nicaraguan tobaccos, Esteli and Condega, that add basically the fire. You know, volcanic regions such as Nicaragua that add the fire to the personality of Winston Churchill. You got the spiciness and the sweetness of Mexico, Mexican people, Latino people, right? And then you have also the balance of the Dominican tobaccos, bringing in and completing the person himself. And in general, this is a blend that is very balanced. A lot of different tobaccos coming together, and the tobaccos are coming from the bottom of the plant. So this is not a cigar that's going to overpower your palate in any way, shape, or form. You know, you guys should be feeling your whole palate being stimulated, and very much evenly. Not one area more so than the others.
Sure. And just to interject there is another video on the Churchill late hour review, which is effectively the same blends, but just from a different part of the plant. So to see that review, check out the link below. Please continue. So I know that, well, continue with this following question. So I know a lot of guys like to know kind of what they're going to be tasting or experiencing for pre-light draw, first, second, and final third. Can you maybe touch on that a little bit?
This cigar is not a cigar that's going to spike a lot in regards to the thirds. There's not going to be very distinct differences, but it is going to be a cigar that's going to start very mellow. It's going to be a cigar that's going to start very smooth, kind of like a vanilla, you know, very, very smooth sweetness, especially covering all over the tongue. You're going to get a nice acidity coming in there, but it's not like a lemony acidic. It's more of a normal fruit that might give you some acidity. I don't know which one, what that might remind you of.
For me, it's sort of grapefruit. You have this bitter sweetness about it. It's kind of rounded. It's not sharp.
Yeah, it might be like for grapes. It might be like maybe like a green grape, right? Or like a green apple instead of a red apple.
Yeah.
You know, these are fruits that have the ability to stimulate here a little bit, but it's a lot more noble. It's not like an orange or like a lemon. It's much more noble. And there's gonna be a little bit of sprinkle of spice in the center. Especially now more when you get into the middle of the cigar, and now that we're finishing the cigar, the spices are a little bit more apparent. The back, again, is very noble. you know, it's the back is maybe like a leather, maybe it's not like a pepper, you know, it's not like oak, stronger words that describe the back of the palate. It's maybe a wood that is a lot lighter, and maybe it's not a pepper, but maybe like a spice, you know. It's very different. It's a leather that is
like a cumin or something like that.
Yeah, not aged. You don't get these aged or charred notes in the back. It's completely opposite of that. And right now I'm missing in adjectives to describe the exact opposite of that. If you might want to help me. What are you feeling in the back of the cigar? In the back of your palate?
The back of the palate is definitely not an aromatic kind of cedary wood, but it's not that kind of, as you say, that charred oaky, you know, flavor as well. So I feel it's just more, you know, balanced, kind of that middle tone. Again, I'm kind of missing missing that one as well. I feel that the real thing about this cigar is very balanced. You know, it's got, you know, a very nice body to it, but it's still mild. You know, so it's
we try to make the Winston Churchill flavorful, but not strong. These are two words that get thrown around a lot: intensity, strength, and people mistake the word of strong for flavor. See, oh, that's a very powerful cigar, it's a very strong cigar, and people automatically sometimes assume that means flavor. There's gonna be a little explosion of flavors. Where for us, it's not, in this cigar, it's not about strength, it's really about evenness and creating aromas. You know, so we ferment the tobacco a very prolonged period of time, and that way those tobaccos are not harsh, and they're very noble, and they're very smooth. And you do not have anything ripping apart your throat right here. And in a couple hours, you will not really be tasting that aftertaste. There's gonna be a nice little residual taste throughout the palate that is very smooth, very creamy. Very creamy aftertaste, you know, which is what I like about this. You can smoke this cigar definitely in the mornings with lighter foods, lighter spirits. We were discussing before champagne, maybe.
Yeah,
your Paul Roger champagne.
So
With
that kind of creaminess, do you think that coffee or an espresso would overpower this, or do you still think it would be a good match?
I would definitely try to add some milk, maybe like a cappuccino or something, so that it balances out the bitterness from some coffees. And espresso might be too much. Espresso might be something that you might want to have with a late hour, which we're discussing later on. Are you guys liking the cigar? I mean, we're almost to the
very
end.
enjoyable. This is I've smoked several of these before. It's definitely more of a kind of I wouldn't have this after a meal or during a meal. I think it's a great standalone cigar. That you know, it's just most enjoyable the whole way through. Always get a great construction, as you can kind of see there. Yeah, Charles?
Same here, yep. In terms of the wood at the back of the throat, it's kind of this lovely, thick but not strong texture to it. So probably something along the lines of walnut, maybe.
Yes. There's a little nuttiness in there.
Touch of cedar and sort of suede leather as well. And this overall bouquet, very pleasant to the senses indeed. And with a Blanc de Noir champagne, this would be fantastic. A Blanc de Noir made with black or red grapes, so like Pinot Noir or Pinot Meunier. Definitely a Pinot Noir. This would be an excellent accord.
Yeah, it's all about finding what to eat with it, what to drink with it, and then where to enjoy it. And then this is definitely a cigar that can stand alone, like you were saying, by itself. And it's a cigar that's very balanced, like the man himself. A man that could basically be at war, be in politics, be a writer, be a painter, and basically all his qualities combined into a very balanced experience.
Harmonious, is that the word you're looking for?
Harmony is a great word.
Okay, and one final question from me. If you're already familiar with some of the other Davidoff blends, and you haven't tried this cigar yet, I mean, what would a good kind of gateway to that be? So if you enjoy a special R or, you know, an anniversary, like what kind of, would you expect if someone wants to take the next step to maybe try this?
Definitely people that are smoking the core line, like around the Special R, the Aniversario series, Grand Cru series, you're gonna get a cigar that is a little bit more complex from this, because in those original cigars from the core line, the blends, I'm not gonna say they're more basic, but they have only really 3 types of tobacco creating the entire blend, right? where these tobaccos stimulate in particular areas. Here you have 7 tobaccos kind of overlapping all each other, very mildly overlapping each other and not competing against each other. So you're gonna be having a cigar experience that is medium, maybe a little less, but very flavorful. You know, it's not gonna be a blast of flavor, but it's a nice jump into something that's a little bit more complex and just as intense.
Final question, Charles?
I think that covers it all.
Well, thanks very much, Klaas, for that very interesting review. We have 2 more reviews for the Winston Churchill line for the late hours we mentioned several times in this video, as well as the new Traveler 2019 limited edition release, and a video covering all 3 of those cigars. So check out the comment section. Well, sorry, our description section below for those links. Please like this video if you found it helpful as to maybe trying this cigar in the future. Leave any comments or questions you may have, and subscribe to the channel for upcoming cigar and general men's lifestyle content as well. With all of that being said, my name's Paul Anthony.
I'm CP.
And I'm Klaas Kelner.
See you next time.
Take care.
Well, Charles-Philippe and I really hope you enjoyed that video. Please also check out the full-length documentary of how Davidoff makes cigars.
And down here, there's a full playlist of our whole Dominican experience.